Sound like some Viking music, don't it?
Yeah, gotta get it out the mud, that's the only way to win. Who am I to point the finger like I never ever seen? Been through the ups and downs like the letter N. They don't let you through the door, better kick it again. Cause that's the only way to win. That's the only way to go. Gotta get it out the mud, gotta get it out the flow. Cause that's the only way to go, let's go.
Shooting lights out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to Shooting Lights Out. It is wonderful to have you join us on the second Monday in April with the Playmaker Diner Solins. I am Cole Johnson, a.k.a. the Mad Scientist, a.k.a. the EP of all EPs. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. If you're joining us again, it's good to see you, neighbor. And you can find us in many different places. If you're watching on the Playmakers LinkedIn channel, we salute you. If you're looking at us through the Playmakers Network YouTube channel, we thank you. And audio-wise, you can catch us on many different platforms. I don't know, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, and many other places where you can download this wonderful, beautiful bean footage that is Shooting Lights Out. Oh, I'm sorry. And we would be live on the Real Wise Radio Network, but my ace is acting the fool with his channel. No, I'm just joking. Shout out to you, my man. Wise, I love you, brother. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations on the new chapter in your life, and condolences to some things that's happening right now with you too. So if all of you, if you have some time, lift up some prayers to my brother, because he's going through it as well. But happy days will be here for him as well. Oh, and we're also sponsored by Paramount Plus Lids and Fanatics, where sports fans can fan. How you doing, Playmaker? How's everything?
Good afternoon. It is another Monday. And shout out to my co-host, Cole Johnson, for doing the introduction of the show.
Oh, thank you. You seem rather somber, though, sir.
You know, today is a stacked day. Yeah, we have a coaching change in the NBA.
Yes,
we have some chaos in the WNBA thanks to free agency. Oh, we also have the draft tonight. So some more ladies will be entering a new era of the WNBA. So shout out to all of them.
Congratulations, you ladies.
Hearing their name called out, we'll get to that towards the end of the show. Speaking of which, the NBA playoff picture is completely set now. We know who are in the play-ins and who are in the playoffs. So we already know that. We got all of that covered. And also, I'm letting out some frustration today.
About time. You've been needing to do this for at least a couple months.
I'm letting out some frustration today.
Let off that steam, brother. You deserve to let off some steam, because you have been holding it inside of you for a good long while. You need to woosah today.
I think woosah is like the last word on the list.
That's the last word? Okay.
I think that's the last word on the list when it comes to this frustration.
Well, hopefully, you will feel better once you release this pent-up frustration you have had for a good while toward the subject in which you're going to address.
By the way, if you are watching on the Play Niggas Network YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And that's my good brother Dre. They would say, share this out, tell a friend to tell a friend. I got to hang out with him. I got to hang out with Dre.
Oh,
I got to hang out with Dre this morning on Snowman.
Trey,
In the
what's up,
morning.
my man? Yeah, that's become a really good brother over the last couple of years, man. And I'm so glad that I'm so glad we can share our combined loves of the WNBA. Wonderful voice of the WNBA.
So
Dre,
I got
shout out to you, brother.
I got to share the platform with Dre on Snowman in the morning this morning, and we talked about the WNBA.
Good. And I know he's excited. The draft is up. They finally got a CBA, so that crap is out the way. I know the free agency period came and went, and we blinked. And now
So,
training camp is next week. So exciting time.
but as we get down to business, I would have fun on this one, but we just gonna get right into it. Let's go around the hardwood.
All right. And the star of the show on Around the Hardwood today, Glenn Rivers. Now I wonder what happened to him. All of a sudden, he's now been fired. Doc Rivers is out as the head of the Milwaukee Bucks. The team announced on Monday the Bucks will pay Rivers his 8-figure salary for the 2026-2027 season. Hold on. You, you jackals, you traded for Damian Lillard. Let go of Drew Holiday to do so, and you released him and got nothing in return. And you paid this guy 8 figures to be on the sideline. Lord have mercy. Oh, I'm sorry. I digress. Sources told ESPN, and the franchise of Rivers are discussing whether he will move to an advisory role within the organization. The Bucks, meanwhile, will embark on their third head coaching job search in 3 years. It couldn't happen to a better team. Bucks owner Wes Aidens, Jimmy and D. Haslam. I'm sorry, hold on. Jamie D9, cool. But Jimmy and D. Haslam, cool. 10 to the Browns. The Browns are a dumpster fire. 10 to them. I don't know why you want to mess up your portfolio and ruin another franchise, because you've already ruined one professional franchise. You shouldn't want to ruin a second. I'm sorry, I digress. Or a third, because I know you own the Guardians too. I digress. They released a joint statement saying, quote, "It's been an honor to have Doc as our head coach and leader in our organization and community. In addition to his impact on the court, we're thankful for Doc's class of professionalism during his tenure in Milwaukee." Close quote. This starts a summer change for the Bucks after the Rivers went 97-103 during his 3 seasons in Milwaukee, with 2 first-round playoff exits and missing the whole caboodle this year. Now, Glenn, he said this in a statement, quote, "I have truly loved my time in Milwaukee. Coming back to where I got my start, a city that has always embraced me, has always been a privilege. I'm disappointed that things did not turn out the way any of us hoped. I'm deeply grateful for this experience, the relationships built, and unwavering support from our fans in the community. Milwaukee will always mean a lot to me, and this chapter will hold a special place in my heart." Close quote. Team sources said that there was a season-long disconnect between Rivers and the players, including instances that annoyed the locker room. Oh, really? I'm shocked. Your thoughts on Doc Rivers being let go as the head coach of the Bucks and possibly being an advisor on the franchise going forward?
Who cares?
That's That's rather harsh, sir. Why? Who cares?
You know what? Frustration number one coming out right now. Frustration number one coming out. Giannis, this is on you, man. I don't know what you telling people behind closed doors, but whatever you're saying, everybody's saying the same thing. You want out of Milwaukee, but you won't say it your damn self.
You can't hide from yourself.
What they all say? What's done in the dark will come to the light.
And you are.
Either you need to take your big behind to the front office and say, y'all better, in all capital letters, show me which direction we going, or y'all are not going to like what I do next.
Oh.
You are too great of a player to be in this situation when you don't cause any trouble. Three coaches in 3 years. Should a player of Giannis stature be going through this? I got no response, so I'm guessing everybody's in agreement. No. And Doc Rivers, shut up. Don't you ever tell nobody to Google you ever again. You won one damn title. You ain't Phil Jackson. You ain't Greg Popovich. You won one title. And we still trying to figure out why is that one title getting you in the Hall of Fame. You blew 3-1 leads like they was
handing out candy.
Professionalism, Darnell. Professionalism. You blew 3-1 leads like it was Halloween. So give your Hall of Fame speech and shut up.
Wow. Such vitriol for Glenn. Oh my. I almost feel for Glenn. We shan't do that for him. But it's understandable. Rivers took over as coach for the Bucks back in the late part of January 2 years ago, replacing Adrian Griffin, who went on a 30-13 start to the season before he got canned. Professionalism, Cole. Professionalism. Woosah. The man went 30-13, and you gave him the hook. But Rivers guided him to a 17-19 mark afterwards, and then got the gate in the first round to the Pacers. Now, we could say that he was snake bitten. He dealt with injuries to his top stars with Giannis Antetokounmpo, the aforementioned Giannis, and the former Buck, and of course, longtime Blazer, Damian Lillard, as both of them missed the 2024 and 2025 playoffs. And Antetokounmpo was only healthy enough for 36 games this past year. The Bucks, they snapped a wonderful streak of 9 years consecutive in the postseason with not attending the postseason this year. But they haven't won a playoff series since the year after they won their first championship in 50 years in 2021, winning a playoff series in 2022. Yeah, boy. I guess you all don't know, Bucks, what you want to do, where you want to go. And I'm with playmaker. Giannis, come on, son. Your brother Thanasis knows where the direction the team is going better than you, son. They're supposed to go the way you do. And if you actually are co-signing all this, say it with your chest. If you're not, say to them that change is necessary, but this rather we already are champs and we're not failures stance, not such a good thing. And you're my co-host's favorite basketball player in the game today, or favorite men's basketball player in the game today. So for him to say what he just said, that cuts very deep. But the Bucks got to find a way somehow. But and to Doc, sir, you have done well. You got a championship. You owe your coaching career to Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Kevin Garnett. Yeah, you can owe it to the other 12 members of the team too in 2008, but you owe it to those three. Because if it weren't for them getting you that chip in 2008 and having them extend that 2010 series to a game 7, you, my friend, wouldn't even sniff any of this. Because as my co-host actually said beautifully, you blew a 3-1 series lead when you were the coach of the Magic. You blew a 3-1 series lead when you were the coach of the Clippers. And your history is more marked and marred with that than hosting up the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
You know what? Not that I'm saying we was disrespectful in any way, but there's another person I'm gonna throw in that group of the 3 players that you named that also needs to get recognized. No, actually, I'm gonna throw 2 players, no, 1 player in there that should get recognized as well. And it's funny because he has the same first name as you, Doc Rivers. That man would be Glenn Davis.
Oh Lord, why are we gonna talk about Big Baby?
He was part of that championship team.
I know he was a rookie on that team. I know.
And he was the one when Kevin Garnett couldn't get down and dirty. He got down and dirty. Want to know how I know? Because he was one of the reasons why they got past the Magic.
Oh, in 2010. That's correct.
So I'm going to put some respect on Mr. Davis' name in that regard.
Just don't smuggle stuff, son. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Yeah, I did.
Anything else from this? Glenn Rivers.
One more thing, and yes, I'll be done after this one thing. This should go to show that you don't have to do much in order to be considered a basketball Hall of Famer. Mr. Rivers, much respect to you. You had a good college career. You had an average, and I do mean average, pro career. If I'm not mistaken, mostly with the Hawks and the Knicks. And you've had a checkered coaching career. The best thing that I think you've ever done in terms of anything involving the sport would actually be as a color analyst. I think you actually serve best in that role. But you think that you can coach? Okay, fine. Unfortunately, you now have had 3 different stops where that has been proven to not be true. Oh, well. Good. On to better news, or chaotic news, as the WNBA had their collective bargaining agreement done. The free agency period began, and boy, was it ever a chaotic one.
So the first player to receive a $1 million contract.
Congratulations, Jackie Young.
Who had Jackie Young being the first player for the $1 million contract on their bingo card?
Nobody.
We ain't gonna go through the whole list, but there's no some names. Maria Marbury. Thank the Lord they got her out of Connecticut. Got her to Toronto in the expansion draft. And then Toronto said, hey, you want 2 years, $2.4 million? Like, just looking at these numbers, it's in the millions, Cole. Just in the millions. The day has finally come. We have $1 million contracts.
Yeah, it's baby steps, but congratulations on the 30th year of the WNBA. Now the players can actually earn, some players can actually earn $1 million a year.
Alicia Gray, 3 years, $3.7 million. I think that's the largest win thus far that I can remember right now.
Yeah.
Jewel Lois is Alicia Gray is staying with the Dream. Ryan Howard is staying with the Dream. Obviously, they traded for Angel Reese. We talked about it last week with Cool.
Mm-hmm.
They are keeping Jordan County. You see it down here at the bottom, 2 years, $1.2 million. So the Atlanta Dream are making moves. Nas Hillman staying with the Dream as well. So Atlanta's like, we was making our moves last year. We still want to build on it, and that's what they're doing. Speaking of building, the Indiana Fever, they made sure they kept Kelsey Mitchell. Was a very smart move, by the way. Very smart move. They also re-signed Lexi Hall. See on this slide here. They also brought back Sophie Cunningham. They are bringing in one of your favorites, Natasha Howard, is going to the Fever.
Now that's a good pickup for them.
I was like, darn, Natasha Howard going there. All right. Indiana's trying to bring some pieces around Caitlin Clark to make a run for a title.
Which is smart. That's her third year. They got to start thinking that way.
Actually, no, I was wrong. Natasha Howard's going to Minnesota. Not
Oh, she's going to a stat club. Okay.
No, they're not going to a stat club, sir.
Really?
That team is not stat. So, yes. Because I don't think you saw it on the first slide, but let me go back to the first slide real quick. Natasha Heidemann, she's going to Seattle. Jessica Shepard, she's going to Dallas. Elena Smith is going to Dallas.
Wait a minute, Lynx, you having a fire sale?
Now they are but we know Fee staying. We know Fee ain't going nowhere.
Fee's a Collier, yeah.
Kayla McBride, she is coming back. Courtney Williams is coming back. I just talked about they bringing in Natasha Howard. But that's not as a stat team as you thought, sir.
Wait a minute, Lynx, you perform a fire sale? And doggone it, the Wings don't deserve them players. They don't deserve them.
Speaking of the Wings, they have signed Arike Ogunbowale back.
Rip those contracts up.
And Arike, to make it even worse for you, sir, Arike decided to take less than a max, so they could bring in them players.
Rip them contracts up. They don't deserve to be in the Wings. Have them fly away to teams that deserve them more than the Wings do.
And let's come on top that the Wings have the number one pick in the draft tonight.
For the second consecutive season.
I tried to tell you about you and your hatred for them that's going to come back and bite you.
I do not have any hatred for the Wings. In fact, I love Dallas. How many times do I have to tell you this?
Who was throwing a party when they became the worst team in the WNBA?
Shout out to my boy Ben. Shout out to my boy Ivan. Shout out to a special friend of mine who resides in Dallas. I love Dallas. I do. I just do not like the Horned Frogs, the Mustangs, the Stars. Well, actually, they give crap about the Stars. The Rangers, the Cowboys fandom, and the Wings.
Brittany Griner's going to Connecticut.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought it was a different player. I saw Greer, not Grino. But I see what they're trying to do here. That almost greases the wheels. Although I think she's past her prime. It's greasing the wheels for when they become the Comets again. Huh.
Yeah. Monique Billings is the one I was thinking about. That's going to Indiana.
That's still a good signing. But you made a
Shanika
good point,
Austin. Shanika Austin is going to Toronto. So Toronto and Sandy Bardella is building something over there up in Toronto for their inaugural year. Veronica Burton is staying with the Valkyries.
Let me get rid of this crappy graphic. There we go. Perfect. Oh,
now, one of the big news of free agency, if you look right in the middle, sir, right in the middle.
Miss Skylar Diggins. You talking about Miss Skylar Diggins?
Or the one above it? I'm gonna get to her in that team later.
Oh, you talking about the one above it? You talking about Satal Sabli signing with your Liberty. My question to you
Brianna
about
Stewart.
Yeah, I was saying my question to you, sir. Yeah, I was saying my question to you about that is this supposed to be the piece they build around, or are they doing this by committee?
Well, she's trying to multi-year there, so
I get that, but I meant in terms of philosophy with the Liberty.
Don't know, because Brianna Stewart's back, Sabrina Nescu's back, John Crud Jones is back. You bring in Satu Sabali as well, and let me go to the other slide because we brought in some more players. We brought in Rebecca Allen. So
Pauline Astier. Okay. Pauline Astier. But that's a big piece to put on a team that has big pieces already on it. So that's an interesting pickup. And signing a multi-year deal, that almost sounds as though the Liberty are going to probably begin to hitch their wagon onto her. That's what it looks and sounds like to me.
I like what we have done, but there's one piece missing that I need. And now, the early indications is not what I want to hear.
So you want to have somebody who can hold it down in the post?
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. What are you talking about then?
Natasha Cloud is still a free agent.
You want that defensive stopper.
And early reports. It's not official, but Cole, you're not gonna like this as much as I didn't like it, especially when I was on the show this morning. Early report says Indiana is in line to get Natasha Cloud.
Oh Lord. Yeah, that means when you get on Snowman, you will not hear the end of it. The Indiana Fever will be, from his standpoint, the odds-on favorite to win the WNBA championship come October.
I need Natasha Cloud back in New York. I need Natasha Cloud back in New York.
You need her back in New York. Okay.
I need her back in New York. We know what Sabrina can do. We know what Stewie can do. We already know who was the W Finals MVP when we won it in John Crud Jones. We both have watched Satu Sabli's career. Mm-hmm. Natasha Cloud brings that other missing piece.
You need to have those role players where they may not show up on the score sheet, but they show up with your eyeballs. And the squad, the fellow players, the coaching staff, and those who really follow the team really, really say this is an important cog And we cannot have this piece missing. We cannot have this piece gone. We got to do everything we can to keep this piece on this board.
Pretty much. So Atlanta, they're building a contender. New York, building a contender. Las Vegas, keeping Jackie Young, keeping Asia Wilson, bringing back Chelsea Gray, who has signed a 3-year, $3 million fully guaranteed deal. The first fully guaranteed deal in the WNBA goes to Chelsea Gray.
So she has the multi-year deal, the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
fully guaranteed. Oh, hold on. Wait, let me do this.
Fully guaranteed.
Girl, who is your agent to lock you down with a fully guaranteed contract in a basketball setting? I mean, a women's basketball setting.
Lalaysia Smith is returning to Las Vegas. Dana Evans is returning to Vegas. So, New York, Vegas, you're pretty much your top two favorites. Atlanta's third.
Yeah.
Indiana might be fourth. Could they have been making some moves? Toronto. We already talked about them bringing in Maria Mobley, Sharika Atkins, re-signing Veronica Burton. Very smart move. They have re-signed Kayla Thornton. So they bring Kayla Thornton back. Golden State might be a team to be reckoned with.
This is only their second year. How could they be a team to be reckoned with that fast?
You know why? Because they bring back the key players, right?
Right.
Guess who they added? Second from the bottom, sir.
Miss Gabby Williams. Well, I guess the Valkyries are not trying to be your grandfather's or father's expansion team. Looks like they come for that number one spot in year 2. Wow.
The Valkyrie bringing Gabby Williams, and you already got Caleb Thornton. You already got Veronica Burton. I'm like, Golden State ain't playing.
No, they ain't.
Golden State's not playing. But, sir, I have a question for you.
I'm all ears, sir.
Because we all know how we feel about the Chicago Sky and what they've been like.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they traded Angel Reese away.
Right.
And we sit here trying to figure out what is that franchise doing? What is going on with this franchise? So how about after they traded Angel Reese, right?
Mm-hmm.
They bring back Elizabeth Williams. Okay. Azura Stevenson leaves LA and goes to Chicago. Mm-hmm. Skylar Diggins leaves Seattle and goes to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Courtney Vanderbilt, she re-signs with Chicago. I'm surprised she ain't retired, to be very honest with you. Sir, there's a name on this list that you should see that is next to Chicago.
Oh, you mean one Dejanay Carrington?
Dejanay Carrington is going to Chicago. Oh, and I'm not done because we got trades to talk about too. Who did Chicago trade for?
So you get a first-round draft pick 2 years from now. I'm sorry, they traded away their draft pick 2 years from now. So they got Rakia Jackson and J.C. Shelton.
Now, this is a question that we did on So Many More, but I'm going to ask you because you know how because sometimes I have this conversation. Is Chicago building a basketball team or are they building a team full of baddies?
If you're asking this question to one Mr. Cool McCain, the answer would be a team full of baddies. But it looks like they're trying to build a team of stacked talent. My only issue is, do you have the proper coach to make this whole team gel.
I already said you need to pray for that man. I don't know if he can handle this.
Because if not, it does not matter with all of the talent that has now been assembled in the wake of seeing Angel Reese go bye-bye.
I'm gonna take a trip in your territory, sir, if I may.
Okay.
Taylor Marsh, I hope you're a man of integrity, and I hope if you got a wife that you don't pull any
Oh Lord.
Ime Udoka type stuff.
And he wasn't even married.
Because you're surrounded by Skylar Diggins, Dejanay Carrington, Rakia Jackson, Haley Van Litt, Camilla Cardoza. JC Saunders, and by the way, she can go for a baddie too, okay? You're surrounded by a lot of good-looking women in this one. And you're also surrounded by a lot of personalities too, so. In his second year as the head man of Chicago, you think he can handle this? And the fact that I said that the Destiny's Child song popped in my head. I don't even think Cool can handle this.
I think Cool might be switching his favorite team, not in terms of talent, but in terms of Juice Box watching. It might not be the Sparks anymore. It might be the Sky.
And y'all couldn't do this when Angel Reese was there.
Yeah, I mean, Cool might be looking to the sky after seeing all them bags of the court.
All right. Are they building a basketball team or a team full of baddies? Because good gracious.
Up to the sky.
But sneakily enough, they all can hoop too. So Chicago might can sneak into the playoffs too. So who knows? But yes. But yes, this is a chaotic free agency list. But for the Phoenix Sun, or not Phoenix Suns, but Phoenix Mercury. They're bringing back Alicia Thomas. By the way, happy birthday to Alicia Thomas. DeWanna Bonner is back. Kalia Copper is back. Whitcomb is back. So, you got some interesting signings going on here in the WNBA. A lot of different people going to different places. You got some people who are standing there for mentioned places. But yeah, this upcoming season is going to be very chaotic in a lot of different ways.
It's amazing they got this much done in such a short amount of time.
Now, before we close this out, here's the funny thing. You see anything that's graphic that is funny to you?
Yes, Kelsey Plum. Now, why would a franchise have her sign a deal worth $999,999?
I think Kelsey Plum did that. I know what people think. Why does they just give her the action? I think Kelsey Plum did that. Because remember, she's in LA. She's in California.
That's sort of smart. So she don't want to be in that $1 million tax bracket for real.
I think that's Kelsey Plum's doing.
So she don't want to be taxed more money. That might be a smart play.
Because I'm pretty sure LA was like, we're going to sign you for $9,900. No business actually does that.
Literally $1 below $1 million.
That's why I think that's Kelsey Plum's doing. Kelsey Plum's like, no. Mm-mm. No, I don't need to be a millionaire right now.
And she's right. To be one in California, yeah, they would tax her out the wazoo.
But I
Would she
found
even
out. I
see
say no
half of
way.
that money?
I said, I was thinking I'm like, there gotta be something to this. But I'm thinking basketball, so I'm not even thinking state sport. I'm just thinking basketball, right? I'm like, so you just keep $1 million and call it a day. And now that I got to sit on it and think about it and get ready for the show, I think that was Cassie Plum's doing right there.
California is
I'm just guessing.
Yeah, California is the highest tax state in the country. So yeah,
I'm thinking that was Casey Plum's doing, and if it was, that's smart as hell.
If that is her doing, that is smart.
Don't make me a millionaire. Just just close enough to I can look around and say, I'm not a millionaire.
Dollar under.
I'm not a millionaire. I don't know what y'all talking about. This contract says
$999,999.
That don't say $1 million. So, as you see the rest of this stuff, all the signings and trades that took place. Now we get ready for the draft, which we'll talk about later on the show. So that will conclude Around the Hardwood.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
And welcome back to Shooting the Lights Out on this April 13th, 2026. Well, we got our WNBA Free Agency, so we're going back to the NBA because the regular season has ended. So let's run the first break.
That this guy is shown. Let me shut up. James off the steal.
Rebound by Adams, who's sixth. Morant goes by Primo. Attack.
And now that the regular season is over, here's the final standings. In the West, Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Denver, Los Angeles, Houston, and Minnesota all in the playoffs. Phoenix, Portland, Los Angeles Clippers, and Golden State are in the play-in.
Pissed off.
In the East, Detroit, Boston, New York, Cleveland, Toronto, and Atlanta are in the playoffs, leaving Philadelphia, Orlando, Charlotte, and Miami in the play-in. Only one team in this graphic didn't win 40 games. The Golden State Warriors.
That'd be the Warriors.
Which is amazing to think about. That the Golden State Warriors didn't win 40 games, but they still make the postseason. Mm-hmm. How interesting.
And by a few games.
8 teams. 8 teams, Mr. Johnson. Lost 55 or more games this season.
I'm proud of those NBA teams. I'm proud of them.
Oh, Lord, you say you're proud of them.
Yeah, I am. Because they're demonstrating to me what these chumps out here are saying. Well, the talent is so much better, and they get better younger. This is proof that they need more time in college. This is proof because you can't have 1/4 of your teams be garbage. But that's what we have in 2026. More than 25% of all NBA teams are hot garbage. Thank you, the one and dones. Thank you, straight out of high school. It shows that it's not worth it. Get seasoned.
You have more teams that lost 60 games than teams that won 60 games. You only have 3 teams that won 60 games, and you have about 4 to 6. I can't remember the exact number that lost 60 plus games.
It was more than 3. And that's why I'm proud of them. I'm proud of those teams because it's shining a light on how horrible the league is altogether.
And Snowman's here.
Yeah, Snowman Multimedia. Congratulations to you on your show continuing to go the way it's going. You can join that show, watch it on Snowman Multimedia YouTube channel every weekday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. He says Snowman's take to lead up tomorrow's show: the 8 hot garbage NBA teams. Well, I mean, they are hot garbage.
Super garbage. And one of new teams is the Dallas Mavericks. Just put a smile on your face.
One that definitely belongs. And they played they played the way the fandom deserves. They played like hot garbage. The fandom is hot garbage. Congratulations. You all have made Dallas proud, and you made me prouder in showing your true colors on the court.
Now, y'all fan base.
This is what happens when you. So this is what happens when you focus on. This is what happens when you focus on Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson's relationship, and
you 8 franchises. You got your shine. Now I'm done with y'all. I don't want to hear nothing else about y'all. I'm done with y'all. Dallas and on down. Everybody else that's not part of the postseason, all y'all shut up. Shut up. Your time is over. Your season ended yesterday. Your spotlight on Shooting Lights Out ends right now. Now we move into the play-in slot. In the playoffs. So
that's what you get, Dallas.
We're going to start in the West. I will take the West. Mr. Johnson will take the East. That way, there's no biases going around.
And we
in the play, pretty much. But in the play-in tournament, the Portland Trail Blazers and the Phoenix Suns battle for the 7th seed. The Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Clippers battle to advance to the Friday show. Already in there, the Thunder, they'll be waiting on who will win that Friday game. The Spurs will be waiting who will win between the Blazers and the Suns. It will be the Denver Nuggets taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Los Angeles Lakers taking on Mr. Johnson's Houston Rockets. We'll dive more into that towards the end of the show, but this way you go. Mr. Johnson, you take the east side.
And for the East, we have the 4 of the 6, or we have, I should say, 6 of the 8 ready to go, which would be the Pistons, the Celtics, the Knicks, the Cavaliers, the Raptors, and the Hawks. The Pistons and the Celtics, of course, are awaiting who is going to come out the play-in tournament. Who shall it be? Well, of course, the 9 and the 10 will be the Charlotte Hornets. They host the Miami Heat. Of course, the Heat are accustomed to being in the play-in, so are the Hornets. This game's in Charlotte, and whoever loses this game, of course, is eliminated. Whoever wins this game, they will go on the road to play the loser of the 7-8 seed game. And that's between the 76ers and the Magic. Philly hosts this game, and whoever wins this game, they will go on to match up against the Celtics as the 7th seed. Now, I know the NBA is praying that the 76ers win it because they want to hype up the 76ers-Celtics rivalry yet again. Who cares?
Who would have thought who cares would have been in the show?
Because we'd be hearing the storied playoff rivalry between the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers. So? Why? That's why I'm actually hoping the Magic win this game.
Continue on.
Okay. Well, that leaves the two matchups that are already there and set. You have the Hawks, who actually ended up being the 6th seed. They finished at 46-36. They will travel to New York for the first two games to play off against the Knicks. The last time they faced off, the Knicks had to bow out to the Hawks due to Trae Young shooting the lights out against them. Oh, that's right. They don't have Trae Young on the squad now.
And yet they are so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, the team flows better. And the 4-5 matchup, the disappointing Cavaliers, they have the home court advantage against the 46-36 Toronto Raptors. Of course, they won the tiebreaker against the Hawks. That's why they're the 5th seed. The Hawks are the 6th seed. This actually might be a better matchup for the Cavaliers than the Hawks, but we shall see. Of course, the first round matchups begin this Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. The play-in
we'll get to all that later on.
The play-in that starts tomorrow, but go ahead, sir.
We'll get to all that in due time. Somebody else is in the building.
Oh, speaking of Snowman in the Morning, the Ed McMahon of the Snowman in the Morning broadcast, V-Lock83, Victor Lock, or Vicala. He says, I can't wait for that. Also, good afternoon to Codename Playmaker and the EP of all EPs, Cole Johnson. Shout out to you, one Mr. Victor Locke. He says, we're already in playoff time. Yes, we are. He also said, is Embiid still playing? You don't want to watch Joel Embiid play in the play-in? If I'm not mistaken, I think he's injured. Or at least he's nursing something on the sideline.
He is.
As I said earlier this season, when Playmaker had a big laugh, I wouldn't say at my expense, but with my prognostication, when I was like, oh, you mean to tell me Joel Embiid actually is not wearing street clothes, he's actually wearing a uniform? And I said the over-under is 5 before he's back on the bench. The countdown was hard.
I have nothing to say on that.
And he's on the bench again. Look at that.
I have nothing to say on that. But this is where we're at. You'll get a more in-depth preview of both sides later on in the show. But this will conclude the fast break.
That this guy has shown. Let me shut up. James off the steal. James with the stop.
Rebound by Adams, his 6th. Morant blows by Primo. Attack.
We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, I don't know what's on tap next. I guess we have to come back and find out.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids on the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
You know what, Mr. Johnson, I have to take you off screen.
Please. Ladies and gentlemen, the Playmaker's about to roast him. Roast him.
Yes. It says flagrant foul. Yes, the flagrant foul graphic was played, and you do see the Orlando Magic on the center of this graphic. This has been boiling for quite some time. And it made it even more profound for this. Because, Mr. Johnson, what was yesterday? I don't know if you can hear me, but yesterday was the final day of the regular season. Legit, the final day of the regular season. And with that being the final day of the regular season, ESPN decided to put the Orlando Magic on their station, on their channel, against the Boston Celtics. Against the Boston Celtics. And it was a simple task. You win in Boston, you have a chance to be in the 6th spot. Or if not the 6th spot, at least you'll be hosting the playing game. And if you don't somehow win this game, you'll be in the position that you're in now, which is being in the play-in going to Philly. Mr. Jones, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So, ESPN decided to put this game on it. ESPN decided to televise this game. By the way, it was Mark Jones' last game calling for ESPN. So shout out to Mark Jones on 36 years of doing college football, NBA, and NBA games for ESPN. You know, I definitely enjoyed listening to you call games. It was a joy and a pleasure. So I want to get that out the way.
Shout out to you, Mark. I hope your future endeavors are good.
But
Good, you, bro.
why was the Magic so heavily favored, Playmaker? I was trying to understand what was going on. Well, the Magic was favored because Mr. Johnson, did Jaylen Brown play?
No, sir.
No Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum?
No Jaylen Brown, no Kiwi.
Jason Tatum?
No.
So no Jason Tatum. So no Brown, no Tatum. Derek White.
Derek White didn't play either.
So no Brown, no Tatum, no White. Peyton Pritchard.
No Peyton Pritchard either.
No Peyton Pritchard. Nikola Vucevic. Did he play? Yeah.
No sighting of Nikola Vucevic in that game. No, sir.
No, so no Tatum, no Brown, no White, no Peyton Pritchard, no Vucevic. Who the hell is playing for Boston? Who playing for Boston? Oh Lord, Orlando has a shot at the 6th seed, Mr. Johnson. Orlando has a shot at the 6th seed. We got a chance to make the playoffs or at least host the play-in game. We got something going here. Because Boston said, hey, we already the 2nd seed. We can't do nothing else. We're good. We're just going to sit back and chill and get it ready. Sounds like a great plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it sounded like a great plan until this happened.
Until the happened.
They took a 9-point lead into halftime. And Mr. Johnson, can you just tell the people what does that third quarter say?
Well, it says that the Magic only scored 20 while they allowed 42.
I don't think they heard you.
I said the Celtics scored 42 points on the Magic in the third quarter while the Magic only could amass 20 in the third quarter.
Ron Harper Jr. goes off for 30 points against the Magic. Braylor Shireman goes for 27 against the Magic. Did I say any known names to you, sir?
I mean, I've heard of Ron Harper Jr., but obviously he hasn't even gotten to the level of his father. But no, sir.
Luka Garza goes off for 20 plus against the Magic. When the last time you heard about Luka Garza?
It's been a minute.
Oh, those of you trying to figure out why, because that's when he was the star man at Iowa.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Yep.
These are the players that beat the Orlando Magic. You know who played for the Orlando Magic? Francois played. Mo Wagner played. Desmond Bain played, but he played like 6 minutes of the first quarter, and they took him out trying to rest him for whatever reason. Don't ask me why. Pablo Banchero played. Donald Silver played. Wendell Carter Jr. played. Jalen Suggs played. Did I just say all the key players on Orlando Magic? Did I just say all the names? And you lost to the bench stringers of the Boston Celtics on the final day of the regular season. And this is why you punk asses are in the goddamn 8th seed.
Wow.
Hoping to get the 7th seed, but you got to take your sorry asses out to freaking Philly. And the last time we went to Philly, Tyrese Maxey put a foot up our asses. That was without Joel Embiid and Paul George.
Tyrese Maxey boogied? Wow.
Tyrese Maxey put his foot all up in Orlando Magic's ass. Oh, and by the way, BJ Epcom, even though he might not get Rookie of the Year because that'll be going to one Con Knipple, and maybe they'll probably be sharing it with his fellow Dookie and Cooper Flag, but we'll see. He ain't scared of the moment either. So if they don't have Joel Embiid, they can still beat the Magic. And yet, what was the expectation coming into this season, Mr. Johnson?
This team was supposed to challenge for home court in the first round. So people prognosticated them to be as high as a 3rd seed. People thought that they wouldn't probably be no lower than the 5th this year.
I see Philly, Atlanta, and Toronto above them. Was any of them 3 talked about being in the playoffs?
If Embiid was healthy, Philly, yes. But, of course, that was contingent on him being healthy. The Hawks, no. We thought they were dumpster fire coming into the season. The Raptors, no, but they'll cross their fingers hoping that Brandon Ingram would help them.
Atlanta get rid of their problem in Trae Young, and all of a sudden, look where they at. They get to renew a rivalry with the New York Knicks. And God forbid if the Hawks was to knock off the Knicks in the first round. Which to me is quite capable of them doing. And then the Raptors. Brandon Ingram, even though he's doing his thing with Gorilla, that's not affecting him on the court. Scotty Barnes is still doing his thing, and the Raptors. Oh, and by the way, speaking of the Raptors, Cole Johnson, did you know that the Atlanta Magic suffered the worst loss in NBA history? Did you know that? About some weeks ago, right? They took a trip up north, and the Toronto Raptors put a foot up their ass by 53 points.
Oh, I remember that game.
Oh, and on top of that, we talking about the Atlanta Hawks, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about the following week? The Hawks came down to Orlando, and they put a foot up their ass and beat them by 35.
So that's why you were just simmering all this time. You wanted to get at them for chiefly those 2 L's.
You know it makes it so bad, and y'all lucky I couldn't get the video of it. But I was watching First Take, right? They had Brian Windhorst on. You know, Stephen A was on. This is a Monday. Stephen A gonna be on Monday. You know this. They went from the Knicks and they started talking about their magic of what happened with the game against the Boston Celtics, right? Mr. Johnson, when I tell you Brian Windhorst put his hands over his head and start rubbing it, what does that tell you when you start talking about the Orlando Magic?
Normally, that is a sign of frustration. And if, of course, you're aligned with them, anger. And
we're talking about
stressful disappointment.
We're talking about Brian Windhorst here.
Mm-hmm.
And the words out of his mouth, this is a freaking disaster.
Oh, I know. That had to make you feel really good to hear that from one of the most respected NBA reporters in the game.
Brian Windhorst on live television, rubbing his head saying it's a freaking disaster. And then Stephen A comes in. You know what Stephen A says? Yeah, we talk about the Detroit Pistons. We talk about the Boston Celtics. We talk about the New York Knicks. We talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. To some degree, we talk about the Charlotte Hornets, the Toronto Raptors, and the Atlanta Hawks. You know who we haven't talked about?
Until today.
Guess what team that was?
That would be the Orlando Magic.
You know how pitiful that is? But the coach just say a few minutes ago about the expectations of Orlando coming into the season?
Well, they were due to be a team that could compete for home court in the first round. Basically where the Knicks are and where the Cavaliers are, which the Knicks are 3rd seed and the Cavaliers are the 4th seed.
How do you think Stephen A feels about Orlando right about now? Because he was one of the people who were looking forward to see how the growth of the Orlando Magic. And guess what? There was no growth with the Orlando Magic. And you know why there was no growth? Because Stephen A brought this up. Which you talking about the losses that I was simmering about? No, it's the other stuff that I'm simmering about too. You know what Stephen A Smith said? He said, how does somebody, and I believe I know who said it, I'm not going to say it. Well, when I say it, Coach Jones can probably figure out who said it, and he probably tell you anyway. But somebody during a post-game press conference said that we need to work on our defensive communications, our pick and roll communications. You know what, Cole, come back on screen real quick. Because what month are we in?
We are now in April.
We need to work on our defensive communication, our pick and roll defense.
Something you normally work on in spring training camp. And tweak during the season.
What starts Tuesday?
The play-in. And technically the playoffs, but yes.
And I'm gonna go ahead. You can go ahead and tell people who said it because I'm pretty sure you know who said it.
No, I'll let you.
No, please do me this favor. Let's go ahead and say it because if I say it, is
no, it'd be more entertaining if you say it. Actually,
I'm just asking for this one favor. This one favor.
Okay, fine. Since you asked for the favor,
you only gotta look it up. That's the fact that that sentence came out of his mouth to tell you who it came from. There's only one person on any team that would say we need to work on defensive communications, pick and roll defense.
Oh, I get that. And normally, that would be the Magic head coach that would say something like that.
Jamal,
Mr. Yeah, go ahead.
Jamal effing Moses.
Yeah. Normally it would be him.
I would like to use another word, but I'm trying to keep it together.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my issue, the reason why. This ain't the first time he said something like this. Man, this ain't the first time he said something stupid at all. You know, at one point in time, him and Pablo had a interesting back and forth with the media.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, you thought it was just the losses I was hearing about. Oh, I heard all about this. One guy said we need to work on our adjustments after halftime. The other guy said we don't need to work on adjustments. We just need people to go play. You two incompetent jackasses. I don't care if Pablo is scoring 20 or 30. What did I do yesterday against the damn Celtics? Against bench players, by the way. Jamal Mosley, if your ass don't start making adjustments, oh no, you don't know how to make adjustments.
Oh, wow. Now, why are you going to disparage this man's name like that?
Oh no, they asked for it. They asked for this. They asked for this. Oh no, y'all asked for this. Y'all two are the reason why the Orlando Magic are so freaking disappointing that even people around the league don't even want to talk about the Magic. Because it is so painful to talk about the Orlando Magic. A team that was picked to finish in the top 4 and to compete in a very wide open East. That was before Jason Tatum came back for the Boston Celtics. That was before the Atlanta Hawks traded away Trae Young. That was before the Toronto Raptors decided to make a name for themselves and do something with it. And look where we at. The goddamn 8 seed. And we got to go to Philly. And hopefully we can win Philly. And guess what? Oh, Mr. Johnson, if we beat Philly, what is our prize?
Oh, they won an all-expense paid trip to Boston.
What did Boston do to us without their people yesterday?
They gave you a 5-point L by having their wonderful roster score 42 points in the third quarter against them.
What do you think about when Jason Tatum plays? when Jaylen Brown plays, when Peyton Pritchard plays, when Derek Wright plays. Joe Mazzulla is loving what he's doing right now. Joe Mazzulla is like, oh, we see the Magic in the first round. We already know what to do with them because we whooped that ass without our players. The incompetence is not just the players and the coaches. You know where the incompetence started, Mr. Johnson?
The front office.
And I'll be wanting y'all gone for the goddamn longest. Y'all more incompetent than the goddamn NCAA.
No entity is that incompetent.
They incompetent more than the NCAA.
Wow.
This the same front office that broke the team that went to the finals. You remember when the team went to the finals and lost to the Lakers in 5 games? Even though we could have went more than that, but certain shenanigans happened in game 1 that I don't want to revisit.
Right.
Yeah, broke the team the very next year. You remember how you was going off on the Connecticut Sun after they just all of a sudden this, oh, Alicia Thomas, you're going to finish on the Toss Cup. We're going to send you to New York, and you just like,
yeah,
what are y'all doing?
They do a fire sale in the off season. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Orlando did it after they went to the finals.
Summer 2009. Ugh, yeah.
I have a front office that don't know what the hell they doing. Or even better, you want? Oh no. This is even better. You want to tell you why they more incompetent than the goddamn NCAA?
Please tell me why.
Because as long as they're respectable enough, they don't give a damn.
Ouch.
Do this whole entire season. Have you heard any rumors about the Magic making changes? Anybody from the front office say, is certain things that don't happen, we're gonna make changes? You ever heard anything from the front office?
No.
Exactly. You know why? Hey, we made the postseason. We're in the play-in. You mother trap sucking incompetent jackasses. We are sick and tired of this. You want to tell you how I know? Because I'm in a couple of Magic groups, and we are sick and tired of this. And those of you who say keep the host, shut the hell up. We know what the hell we watching. Do you think this team can beat Detroit? I don't think so. Do you think this team can beat Boston? No, they already proved that Boston put a foot in their ass with their C team. Not even they B team, they C team put a foot up in Orlando ass. What about New York? Think they can beat New York?
Mm-mm.
What about Cleveland? And we all know how Victor feels about Cleveland, but can Orlando hold it? Can the Cleveland?
They may stand a chance with the Cavs, but
hell they don't stand a chance against them.
Because I don't trust a team that, with all the expectations on them, they actually allow 80 points and a half.
How funny that you say you can't trust a team, but a team that showed you this season that the Toronto Raptors, who nobody thought about, can put up 50, can beat them by 53. I know you love to pick on Cleveland for what happened on Mother's Day, and it's doable and it's understanding. But a team that you didn't even think about talking about making the playoffs, or even thinking about being actually in the playoffs, maybe a play-in, can whoop on a team by 53 points.
I guess the pet talk by Glorilla did it.
What about the Hawks? By the way, they just came down to Orlando and whipped that ass by 35. You think they can touch the Hawks?
Probably not.
Oh, I can go one better. You ready for this one? What about the Charlotte Hornets?
If they can keep Melo Ball at bay, maybe. Outside of that, no.
And guess what? The Charlotte Hornets are the 9th seed. And I'm sitting here and telling you don't want to see the Charlotte Hornets at this moment in time.
They may play the Charlotte Hornets this week.
And that's an L waiting to happen in Orlando, by the way, if the scenario happens. Because you know what? The Charlotte Hornets ain't scared of no goddamn body. Yes, the Charlotte Hornets. That's right. I said the Charlotte Hornets. No blood ball out here bringing people to earth. Brandon Miller out here doing posters. Conkin is out here shooting threes at a unridiculous clip. But no, it's the Orlando Magic that people was talking about doing something so good this 4 year. So good. So good. And look where we at. So what you want to do, Orlando? Do you want to beat Philly and then get your ass whooped by Boston? Do you want to lose and beat whoever wins the 9-10 game and then get your ass beat by Detroit? Or do you just want to go ahead and just say call it the season? Which I prefer y'all to do.
You want them to tank out?
Tank out. Let's do it. Just
lose
to Philly, lose to the Heat, all the Hornets. I don't give a damn which of the two. And then this atrocity in 2026 now.
Wow.
Because what's the point of me watching y'all getting y'all ass whooped in 5 games by the Celtics or the Pistons? What's the point?
He don't want them to make it to the first round. Wow.
You gotta have hope, playmaker. You gotta shut up with your damn hope. This team is embarrassing. And it showed last night. The fans at TD Garden, they thought they were walking into an ass whooping coming their way. And they was fine with it because they understand the situation. You know, Boston fans want to trip over this. Hey, we the number 2 seed. We can't move up. We can't move down. Sit the guys down. They played a hell of a season. We're the number 2 seed. We just want to sit back, get our gas on with, and get ready for the playoffs. Am I right? Nothing wrong. Orlando, do your thing. Whoop our ass. Hey, we'll see you in the playoffs if we see you in the playoffs. And then we can have our actual talk about it. You know what that conversation is at now? Y'all better look out for Boston because even the bench players coming out playing hot. Now, Boston's the favorite to come out of the East because the ass whooping they put on Orlando.
The favorite come out of the East, and I'm feeling Celtics. I wanted to be Pistons, but I'm feeling Celtics.
The favorite to come out of the East now is the Boston Celtics. Because they put on their ass whooping against Orlando Magic. It's like, so if the bitch can ride like this, wait till they get the starters back for the playoffs. It's going to be hell dealing with the Boston Celtics. And you can thank Orlando for it. Hurry up and end this atrocity season, you jackasses. Wow. So we can stop serving as fans.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
This goes to best woman player in the world. You talking about the word integrity? Because they don't have any. You ain't got no balls, do you? WNBA owners, you ain't got no balls, do you? Really? So we should just tip our cups, throw through ice cubes in a small glass, and just tip the brown liquor. You talk about compromising, because they'll be compromised doing it. It's on. It's the utter blasphemy. I'm sorry, my bad. Professionalism. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Darnell Playmaker Solins, because I've been waiting 2 months for him to cook his magic, and he did a sensational job. Ladies and gentlemen, the Playmaker did his thing. Well, we now are at the end of the NCAA season. Congratulations to the Lady Bruins and the gentlemen Wolverines for claiming championships. It looks like the Big Ten is just ruling the roost all in big time college athletics for the 2026 calendar year. For those who don't know, Indiana finished 2025 undefeated, and they won the national championship in January. So congrats to you all. Congrats to the WNBA for getting out of their own way. The players actually wised up and realized that they were asking for a little too much. I think they found that they could just ask a little bit less than what they wanted, but get in a certain spot to where they could say, we made progress. And now they have a deal in place, and hopefully they can actually prove that they are sustainable in making money for their respective teams and the league itself. I mean, it took baby steps for the NBA to do it, and it took them 10 more years than the WNBA to get to this point. So people didn't realize that the product could actually make money hand over fist until Magic Johnson and Larry Bird were beginning their primes. So it took them being at the top of their game just so the league could actually make money, and their ascension to their primes were basically a cosign on them breaking even. If not, they were still losing money when they were drafted. So understand, ladies, you have made some progress. Continue that. And part of that progress is the fact that my Houston Comets will return May 2027. They will return back to age 10. The ladies will now get back on their thrones. I am happy to report that the Comets are coming back. The Comets are coming home, and the WNBA will now be legitimate. I'm happy to report that. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. So congratulations to Tim Fertitta, the ownership group of the Rockets, who he's been actually saying for years that the Comets need to return and the WNBA needs to get back to Houston, and he was trying his best to do that, and he succeeded. Now, if he could get an NHL team to Houston, which that's going to be a harder trick to turn, have at it. But kudos to the WNBA for realizing that you need to have the Comets return. And now we get to the draft tonight. And I'm so happy that the team that's going to select first is the most pathetic, moribund franchise in all of the WNBA. That's right, the Dallas Wings. I'm so glad that you're in the number one spot. You will. I pray that you're in the number one spot for 2027. Yeah, I know you got all these products that's coming to the team. I hope that you still circle the bottom of the drain and that you all draft number one come April 2027. But I digress from that. As the end of another NBA season approaches and now is upon us, we talked about this earlier. Out of the 30 teams that comprise of the NBA, we have 8 of them, more than 25%, who lost more than 55 games this year. Now, I have been a proponent of players being in college a little longer, and this is why. You cannot have the greatest league in basketball, the highest standard of a league in basketball, where the professionals are of the professional. You can't have this product stink. You can't have teams actually have to how can I put this? Spoon feed professional basketball players. But if you are going to be 18, 19, 20, 21, you pretty much are going to spoon feed many. And in the spoon feeding of many, you're seeing teams that are hot garbage. So, memo to the NBA. It is time that you do like the NFL and say we mandatorily will have players not come to the NBA unless they are 3 years out of high school. Then we will entertain having them be in the NBA draft. Until then, we don't want to have them on the bench basically doing nothing. Now, I know that you're going to all say, well, you have your exceptions. You know, you have Kobe Bryant. You have Kevin Garnett. You have Moses Malone. You have Yo Kang. I don't care. I do not care. Retirement, go, son. I'm sorry. Yes, you're going to have players who are magnificent out of the high school. I get that. I understand that. But I would say this number is pretty close to true. 98.5% of all players that come out of high school are not ready to be in the NBA. I'll give you inside baseball. I haven't even had sex, or at least had a thought of having sex, until I turned 18. So I barely knew what a man was like at 18. So if that's the case for me and I haven't touched a basketball court, what do you think it would be with an athlete who has everything thrown at him, including trim? And you got these hoochie mamas that are twice their age wanting to act like a cougar and pounce on these cubs and want to actually drain money out of them. Zion Williamson, talk to me, son. You've been quiet. You've been quiet and honest. You've been doing nothing but filling your mouth with beignets and clitorises. You need to step up your game, son. This is proof positive that the NBA does not need to entertain pre-K and kindergartners. What was the phrase that Xavier McDaniel said in the 1992 Eastern Conference semifinals? I think this was like after Game 4. It was after Game 4 in that series. Oh yeah, quote, "This is a man's game," close quote. No, it ain't now, Xavier. 34 years later, it's a bit on the pansy side. And why? Because we have to coddle, spoon feed, and breastfeed talent that is not ready for being in the NBA. But hey, what do I know? I've only watched the product for what, 40, 45 years. You have to make the product more mature. It's just that simple, that cut and dried. And if it's not going to be if it's not going to be mature like that, you're going to have issues still to this moment and day. And it won't be 8, it'll be 9 or 10 or 11 teams that circle the drain and lose 55 games or more. I mean, it's almost as bad as the NFL having to having to adhere to actually coaching quarterbacks who only want to run pass options and not have them stick and adhere to being a traditional quarterback and learn how to actually pass out the pocket 100% of the time. So as in the playoffs, as my Rockets will be heading to LA to face off against the Lakers, my plea remains true. It remains, LeBron, retire now. And not because I'm scared of you, not because I don't think we stand a chance. No, because you're old, you're decrepit, and you need to get out of the sport now. Out of the sport. I don't even mean you need to be a head coach or a color commentator. No, you need to be on somebody's beach with them crusty feet kicked up and happy that you are retired. Otherwise, this goes to best woman player in the world. You're talking about the word integrity? Because they don't have any. You ain't got no balls, do you? WNBA owners, you ain't got no balls, do you? Really? Really? So we should just tip our cups, throw through ice cubes in a small glass, and just tip the brown liquor. You talk about compromising? Because they'll be compromised doing it. It's on. It's the utter blasphemy. I'm sorry about that. Professionalism. Otherwise, we'll be seeing lockjaw all over the country.
You can stop talking about LeBron now.
Oh, no.
No, we got breaking news.
No.
So earlier in the show, we talked about Shanika Austin going to Toronto. Well, the Washington Mystics matched the offer from Toronto, and Shanika Austin will not be going to Toronto. She is returning to the Washington Mystics on a 3-year, $3.57 million deal. So Washington, you're getting your key player back. You're not losing her.
You might be losing sense, though.
So breaking news on that regard. That this news broke on ESPN roughly about 40 minutes ago. Probably when I started going off on Orlando Magic.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do the last commercial break, but I'm going to skip it tonight. The two of us, yes, Cole Johnson will be joining us on Monsters of Wrestling tonight as it is WrestleMania week. So we have the Hall of Fame Friday, WrestleMania night 1 Saturday, WrestleMania night 2 Sunday. So we'll be previewing that, picking or talking about the 13 matches on the card. TNA Rebellion took place, AEW Dynasty took place. So yes. So you need your wrestling fix. 6:30. Real Play, Call of Sports Talk, and the Playmakers Network is where the two channels you can watch Monster Wrestling tonight with Cool McCain, myself, and Mr. Cody Johnson joining in. And speaking of which, as we get ready to wrap up this edition of... Actually, before I do that, before I tell you what you need to watch and before we go into playoff mode,
VLOCK83, he says, Playmakers out there kick his team in the just 1, 2, 3, kick, 1, 2, 3, kick, 1, 2, 3, kick, 1, 2, 3, kick. He also said it's so great to see Cole's undying love for Dallas is still going strong. Note the sarcasm. But I do love that. I'm sorry. The NBA is more on the pansy side, as Victor continues. And why? Because, yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It will always be you. Forever and ever. Amen.
Well, now what to watch for tonight is the WNBA Draft. That is at 7 p.m. And yes, those of you who are asking, I'll be doing my best to do double duty while doing Monster Wrestling at the same time, and also keep an eye on the draft. Because this is an important day in WNBA.
I have faith in it.
So, who goes number one? Who has the number one pick? That would be the Dallas Wings.
Pick crappy so you can pick number one again in 2027.
Followed by, you don't want that. You might want to retract that statement. You know who comes out next year? Think before you speak, man.
I did not. Well, I want you to be incompetent. Trade that number one pick to somebody else, so Juju could be anybody anywhere else but in Dallas. There we go. Perfect.
Jeez, always jumping the gun. You realize the girl's coming out next year.
And I still wanted to have number one pick, but I wanted to be stupid and trade it away.
Yeah, well, they can actually. Well, she can choose to come out next year if she wants to.
Yeah, Juju, hold out. Hold out, girl. Hold out. I want the Wings to pick again in 2027. You don't belong in Dallas.
Anyway, that's number one pick. Followed by the Minnesota Lynx switches. That is a scary. Like if free agency didn't happen the way that it was, and Minnesota had their team and they had the second pick, that would have been a scary thought. So at least for 2026, I don't have to be scared of them. But 2027, good gracious. Minnesota gonna make a comeback. I'm telling y'all this right now. Minnesota gonna make a comeback in 2027. When I say comeback, I mean full-fledged comeback. Seattle number 3, Washington 4. That's one of 3 first-round picks for Washington. Then Chicago 5, Toronto 6, Portland 7, Golden State 8. Second for the Washington picks is at 9. The third one's at 11. In between that, at number 10 is Indiana. 12 is Connecticut. They also got the last pick of the first round. Atlanta has the 13th pick, and Seattle has the 14th pick. Mr. Johnson, who are you looking forward to getting drafted tonight? You ain't hear nothing that I said.
I heard brilliance.
I say, who you looking forward to getting drafted tonight?
Oh, good Lord. I was thinking, wait, is Laura Best going to be out in this draft?
Yeah, she was a senior.
That's what I thought. So I want to see who's going to pick her up. Trying to think.
I want to see if that team can make history. All 5 of them get drafted. All 5 of them were seniors.
That would be Yeah, national champs. Out the door to national champs. That would be cool to see. Where all of them go, and if they all get drafted in the first round, that would be interesting. Where's Miss Fudd gonna go? So I'm thinking Dallas probably gonna go and pick her up.
I'm thinking that too, but they keep talking about this girl from Spain, man. Listen, they're saying this girl from Spain is the real deal, so I don't know.
Now you never know.
Yeah, they're talking about this girl from Spain. She's 6'4" and she can play every position. I'm like, oof, that's that makes things very interesting. They said they got Olivia Miles as a possibility to go number one. We already talked about Easy Foot. We already talked about Lauren Best. They talking about this girl, Farm Center, 6'4". She doesn't turn 20 until June, and her talent makes her an intriguing prospect. Overseeing recruiting was a staple of. So, girl from Spain. Just throwing that out there. So, Coach Johnson's looking forward to seeing where Lauren Betts goes as the most outstanding player of the Final Four. I'm looking forward to seeing if all 5 of them get drafted, and I'm also looking forward to seeing where Flage lands at.
Oh, what do you think she's gonna spit her game at?
I have no idea. That was interesting to see where she goes at, and who else? Somebody else is not Olivia Mount. I want to see where Raven go at. Raven Johnson from South Carolina. Who gonna pick up Dak? If y'all ask me to do your best comparison of Raven Johnson, Natasha Cloud. So that's what I got. That's tonight, 7 p.m. And then the play-in, Mr. Johnson. It's on Prime Video tomorrow. You have the 10-9 matchup in the East. The Heat against the Hornets, 7:30, followed by the 8-7 matchup, the Trailblazers and the Suns. The winner of that game between the Trailblazers and the Suns will have a date with the San Antonio Spurs. So tomorrow night, Mr. Johnson, we'll know one side of the West. Will it be the Blazers or will it be the Sun to visit the good old San Antonio?
That'll be the Suns.
He's going to the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, I'll go with the Suns.
Good thing this will be the last year we have to deal with that with you, because they'll be moving. They'll be moving from Connecticut to Houston.
I'm sorry, that's just how it is. One team's named the Suns, another team's named the Sun. I didn't.
Why did you even start that anyway? I didn't mean to ask you that. Man, that's
because you kept calling them somebody kept calling them the Connecticut Suns.
I'm gonna say that definitely me. You must be hearing a lot of people saying Suns. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, no, that's the NBA team. The WNBA team is called the Sun.
Man, it's an easy mess up because you'll think every team has an S on the end of that darn name.
Yeah, but the NBA, out of all the leagues, pretty much has a handle on some of them not actually having S at the end. Your favorite team, for example.
I've been saying it's ironic, both of them in Florida.
Yeah, but they're not called the Magics.
And they ain't called the Heats.
And they ain't called the Heats either. Right.
It don't even sound right now that I said it.
And yeah, right, exactly. And speaking of the Heat, will we see them be bounced tomorrow night as they go to Charlotte, or will it be the Hornets buzzing on and the Heat go on to face the loser of the 7-8 game?
I like the Hornets.
I do too. I want to say the Heat normally find a way to step up their game, especially in this atmosphere and setting. But Unless Bam Adebayo is going to score 83 points again, I don't see it. Asia, you better put some good. You better put some good on him. That's the only chance they got.
He ain't scoring 83 against the Hornets. I can tell you that much.
Put some good. Sit and spin on that, Nick.
Why you gotta centralize that? Come on, man.
What? I'm just saying I want them to enjoy themselves. That's what I'm saying.
No, he has a game to prepare for. Nothing to enjoy.
No, I mean tonight.
Nothing to enjoy tonight. He has a game tomorrow.
Asia, sit and spin on that, Nick.
What is wrong with you? You a former athlete. You know you don't have fun the day before the game.
I know. But no, encourage your man to be the best he could be, because that's the only chance that he'd have in winning these 2 games that they need to have for them to win, being going to Detroit, because that's where they'll go.
And then tomorrow, 7:30 Prime Video, Magic 76ers.
I will talk about this one since this will anger my partner. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I think it's better and more and probably more entertaining since you don't have that walking cast named Joel Embiid playing. So the Magic does have a fighter's chance and a puncher's chance of beating the Sixers and advancing onward. Unfortunately, I don't think they will. I think the Sixers will have just a little too much for them, and they'll advance, and we'll be hearing this crappy restoring the rivalry between the storied rivalry between the 76ers and the Celtics. They meet for probably the 25th time in NBA history in the playoffs.
And then 10 p.m., the 10-9 in the West, the Warriors and the Tour down to take on the Clippers.
I'm proud of you, Clippers. You rose to the occasion. You showed that you're not the bottom 5 in the West. Good job. Now, close the deal. Send the Warriors on vacation early. They're old and decrepit. They need to limp into the postseason. And you got to take care of business when you travel to, and I'm thinking it's going to be Portland. When you travel to Portland and you do your job there, and congratulations, you'll be the 8th seed, and then you'll get probably bounced out the first round by the Thunder. Don't disappoint me. Do what you're supposed to do best and show that you have the mettle in the regular season, the play-in round, to do everything possible to be that team that everyone says, oh, we're going to win it all, and then absolutely tank when we get to the playoffs.
There's just certain things I can't escape.
What can't you escape?
Because he decided to bring up the fact. And those of you who don't know, he was talking about me.
What? What do you mean?
Every time he brings up somebody picking the Clippers to do something great, he's referring to me.
I can't help it. You said it.
Yeah, like I said, it's just something. Let it go.
What am I supposed to do?
Let it go. Stop bringing it up.
I can't when they keep being here and they keep disappointing people. Stop bringing it up.
I haven't said one positive thing about the Clippers all year, and he's bringing up what took place years ago.
Then fly to Inglewood, tell them stop acting like disappointments in the playoffs, and then we won't have this problem.
No, you just stop bringing up what I said years ago. That was years ago.
Oh no, it's not just you. There's many other dummies who want to claim that the Clippers are the best team in the West, and then they disappoint and don't even show up in the first round.
And by the way, I'm not a dummy, okay?
I'm sorry. There's plenty of dummies, and Playmaker included, who's not a dummy, who claimed that the Clippers are that way. There you go.
I had my stint with them. It didn't work.
I had my stint. I love it. I love it. I had my stint with them.
I had my step with them. It didn't work, but at the same time, LeBron didn't win another title.
Thank
So
the Lord.
I feel like I feel like I had an even draw. Okay.
There is a God. Yes.
Okay. I feel like I had an even draw. All right.
Yes. Yes, I'm glad that LeBron has not tasted championship glory in 6 years. I'm happy about that too. Yes.
And after that, we have your Friday games, and then we get set for the playoffs. We start Saturday.
Why are you saying with such vitriol?
It's because they're gonna start the damn playoffs the same night as the goddamn WrestleMania.
And they didn't.
So when Coach Johnson has the problem of, do I pick to watch the game one of the Lakers Rockets, or do I watch WrestleMania night one?
I mean, WWE did not have to schedule WrestleMania to be the third weekend in April, and they've done that 2 consecutive years.
No, they ain't have to. You know what? I'm gonna say that from my heart.
No, so they've done it 2 consecutive years. They didn't have to. They didn't have to do that, and the NBA season, NBA regular playoffs started the same day then too.
I was showing madness for you because you had to choose between the two. I don't have multiple teams.
You have multiple teams.
I have multiple TVs.
You have multiple TVs. Yeah.
One TV will be on night one. The other TV will be on some basketball. And then they put it on ABC too, which makes it even more funnier.
Yeah.
And it's on the same network family channel.
Yeah, but it's same network basically. Yeah, that's another put it on another Disney channel. Yeah.
Now here's where things get interesting, where people gonna be mad at. Your first 3 playoff games are on
Prime Video. They're not. Yeah, they're not being televised on national television.
Oh, and by the way, Coach Jones, you want to hear, but I got this information from Jay Spivey and Snowman.
What's the information?
No local broadcasts for the NBA for the NBA playoffs at all.
That is correct. That's correct. In fact, when the Sixers visited the Rockets, the play-by-play team, the announcing team actually said that. They actually announced it on air. They're like, yeah, there will be no local coverage of the playoffs. I was like, really? Wow. Well, the NBA needs to make some money. Wow, okay.
NBA, Adam Silver, and I actually like Adam Silver, but I must say this. Y'all some dumbasses.
Wow, the NBA really needs to make some money. Wow, okay.
And the fact that I don't have time for Coach Johnson to go off on y'all, y'all lucky as hell, because that'll be one of the times Coach Johnson would love to smoke y'all on.
Oh, I don't want to go off on him now. I will go off on him eventually about this, but I'm going to go off on him now.
So 1 p.m. Raptors Cavs game 1, and then 3:30 Wolves Timberwolves tip off their series, and then at 6 p.m. Hawks Knicks tip off their old rivalry.
Get Prime Video because it's not going to be on NBC. It's not going to be on ABC. Sure ain't going to be on CBS. And it's not going to be on ESPN Nevo. Get that app.
Ain't even on NBA TV. Why y'all have an NBA TV and y'all not even showing playoff games?
Well, no, they will show playoff games. They're just not going to show the weekend ones. They'll show the ones on the weekday, though, on NBA TV. Bet.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mr. Johnson. Raptors, Cavaliers. I got Cleveland. I'm just going to say that now.
I have Cleveland, too. I think I hate the position the Raptors are in because I really believe the Cavaliers feel as though they need to make up for the disappointing exit that they had in the conference semifinals last year. And normally when a team is and most of their team is together, when you have a team that's focused like that, you normally do get an effort that's a little bit above and beyond. And I hate to say it, the Raptors are pretty much happy to be there.
Yeah, I like Cavaliers on this one. Timberwolves Nuggets. Ant-Man, I love you, but yeah, I have no answer for Nikola Jokic. And that team is hungry as I don't know what right now.
To me, this might be the best series in the first round.
I agree.
I agree with you, on the Wolves not having an answer, because Rudy Gobert, no, sir. I agree that the Wolves don't have an answer for Nikola Jokic. Two issues that I have from the Nuggets involving the Wolves. How are you going to curtail Anthony Edwards going off? And who is going to step up alongside Jokic? You could say Jamal Murray, yes, but sometimes he doesn't always show.
No, playoff Murray, he
sometimes he does not always show. And when these two teams met last time, that's exactly what happened. He did not show up when they needed him most, and it was Jokic, and no one else stepped up.
I like the Nuggets still.
I like the Nuggets for the series, and I think they'll be motivated because of what I just said to knock them out the box. But those are two legit questions that the Nuggets need to answer. How can they slow down Edwards, and who is going to step up? I'll put it this way. Who's going to step up when Jamal Murray decides to go ice cold? Because unfortunately, somewhere along the line in the series, he will.
The Atlanta Hawks and the New York Knicks. Yeah. What the main question that I have is, what is this series gonna put Stephen A through?
I hate to say it like this. The Knicks should. Okay, all right, I'll say it. The Knicks should gentleman sweep the Hawks. I don't think they will. I think they should. I almost get the feeling this might go 7. Because I think the Knicks probably will not take the Hawks serious enough. And I think the Hawks will slip a game on them. And I think there'll be another game where the Knicks just don't have the shots falling, and the Hawks will take that. So I did say that I think the Wolves Nuggets is the best series in the first round. I believe the Hawks Knicks, this one is the best candidate to go 7.
If the Hawks beat the Knicks, I'll be looking forward to the next first take.
Oh yeah, because Stephen A. Smith will lose his brain.
Rightfully so,
lose his brain and lose his voice.
Rightfully so too.
Yeah, because you will not be hearing no "Go New York, go New York, go." You'll be hearing that crap.
Actually, you haven't heard that. You haven't heard that all this season that much.
Well, you won't hear it until now, because that's when he normally pulls that crap.
And then the series that's put my co-host in a bind. ABC, the long game on television. Not streaming. The long game on television on Saturday.
This will piss me off.
8:30. Hold on. Wait. I gotta set you up for this. And let me a lot of people understand why you are in a what they call a pickle. So if you know, a couple of weeks back, my co-host did a flagrant foul on the Houston Rockets along with the Houston Cougars because that weekend was just maddening.
Garbage.
In the city.
Garbage.
And he said some blasphemous things to in that segment.
Blasphemous? I didn't say no blasphemous stuff.
He said something blasphemous to end that segment.
That's a lie.
This man sat here and said, "Give me the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James to sweep the Houston Rockets in the first round."
Yes, I did.
Now, playmaker, you said all blasphemy. What makes it so blasphemy? One, he can't stand the Lakers. He can't stand LeBron.
I most certainly cannot.
So for him to say that to end that segment tells you how angry he is with the Houston Rockets.
100. I'm still angry with him.
Because of anything else, that would never come out of his mouth. He would do anything to see LeBron and the Lakers suffer.
Yes. Bounce them out as early as you can. Yes.
But he wants LeBron and the Lakers to sweep them. Now, if he said that, well, playmaker, it's still on the table, Coach. It is, but here's the problem. Luka got hurt. Austin Reeves got hurt. His thinking was, okay, Luka and Austin Reeves can lead the team. LeBron can still do what he's doing as being that third wheel, doing whatever it takes to make sure they get the dub. and we good. Oh,
And the Rockets can't even lay a finger on the Lakers to boot.
I'm good. The talk would be about Luka doing his thing, doing what he always does at playoff time. The Rockets, I can go into the offseason in peace for once. Ain't no have to worry about the Rockets. Yeah, all that changed when Luka got hurt. And it got even worse when Austin Reeves got hurt. So now guess who's leading the Lakers?
That decrepit 41-year-old man.
LeBron James. And to give you a preview of why he's in the pickle, because he has to deal with stuff like this.
From Adam Hurley, dash K1P, thank you for your attention. He says, LeBron is better than KD at any age. That's a lie! Because Durant is better than KD now. I'm sorry, just is. I mean, KD is better than LeBron now. I'm sorry, just is. And I'm not saying it because Durant's a Rocket and LeBron's a Laker. No. No.
So my co-host has to sit here and redo his thinking, because does he really want the Lakers to beat the Rockets in this moment in time now? Led by one LeBron James and not Luka Doncic? Or does he want the Rockets to survive this series and then get mollywalked by the reigning defending champ of Oklahoma City Thunder? What a pickle you're in.
The Rockets don't stand a chance against the Thunder.
But at the same time, you don't want this season to extend, but at the same time, you ain't trying to lose to LeBron-led team.
The Rockets don't stand a chance against the Thunder. Here's why. The Thunder had the same scenario with the Rockets as your match did with the Celtics. The only difference is the Rockets actually won the game. But it was vastly disappointing. It was a 6-point victory where we had our starters go up against their bench, and we only could win by 6 points. So that told me right there, you have nothing for the Thunder. You have nothing for the Spurs. You have nothing on the Nuggets, and you proved in the regular season you have nothing for the Lakers. So if you can't lay a finger or a glove on the top 4 teams in the West, get out early. So the Rockets should be favored to win this series. I will say this, taking off my fan hat and put the analyst's hat on. The Rockets should win this series. Analyst hat off, fan hat on. I want you Lakers to beat down the Rockets bad. Beat them down. Put them out their misery. They do not belong in the playoffs. Give me this birthday present and send the Rockets home. Because if they're not even going to sniff the conference finals, they don't even deserve to be in the playoffs. And they won't, because if they beat the Lakers and go to the next round, the Thunder will pimp slap them like the Rockets are the hoe that they are, and the Thunder are the pimp of the NBA as they are right now.
So you still rolling with LeBron James? Interesting.
As I said, analyst hat on, the Rockets should beat the Lakers. The Rockets are a more talented team than the Lakers as presently constituted. Yes. But I do not like the Rockets' chances.
That means
overall in the playoffs, I don't like the Rockets' chances.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let this be known on April 13th, 2026, 15 p.m. Cole Johnson is willing to put up with the LeBron such rules at this moment in time, just so his Rockets can get out of this season.
Yeah, 6:15 p.m. Eastern, April 13th, 2026. Yes, I'll deal with you lockjaw I'll deal with you lockjaw nigga. I'll deal with you lockjaw jackasses for another round, because you lockjaw so and so's pulling down LeBron's pants and sucking them dry. That isn't as bad as seeing the Rockets, as talented as they are, not knowing how to execute half-court offenses. They need to go. They can't lay a finger on the Spurs, the Thunder, the Nuggets, nor the Lakers, or at least the Lakers healthy. They probably can't lay a finger on them now that they're not so healthy. But they ain't gonna. The Rockets have to hope that the same thing happens to the Thunder as what happened to the Lakers. They got to hope that we don't see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander make it the rest of the year in the playoffs. That's the only shot the Rockets have of even going to the conference finals. And since that I don't think is going to happen, no.
You heard it here first. And I want to
Lakers, get them out. Get them out and get them out now.
I wonder if I should clip that and send it to all our brothers and then see how they feel about it, knowing that you just sat here on live television, on live streaming, and admit you're about to deal with the LeBron sexuals and watch the Rockets get destroyed by the Thunder.
Yes. And I will say it on any other network too, or any other show too. Yes. I'd rather deal with bronze sexuals than my Rockets not basically having this false hope of we beat a LeBron-led Lakers team on to meet up against the best team in the game and not lay a finger on them.
That's Saturday, and then we have Sunday. Sunday is going to be interesting because we need to find out who's going to be in these slots. Mm-hmm. Whoever wins between the Magic and the 76ers, take a trip to Boston, 1 p.m., ABC. Whoever is the 8th seed in the West will visit OKC at 3:30 p.m., ABC. Whoever's the 8th seed in the East will visit Detroit, 6:30 p.m. on NBC and Peacock. And then whoever wins between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Phoenix Suns will visit San Antonio at 9 p.m. on NBC and Peacock. That is Sunday, April 19th.
Congratulations to the Pistons, man. I mean, they wire to wire led the East, but the only advice I have toward the Pistons is this: don't be as pathetic as last year's Cavaliers were. Take care of your business the first round. When you get to the conference semifinals round, take care of business there. Don't think that the team that you're going to play against is going to lie down and play dead for you. That's what the Cavaliers did, and the Pacers beat them down.
Ironically, they could be the Cavaliers.
So as Marvin Gaye saying, "Oh, baby, don't you do it. Don't do it, baby. Don't break my heart. Oh, don't do it, baby. Don't do it, Pistons."
And that will conclude this episode of Shooting Lights Out here. Thank you for watching on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel. Thank you for watching on my personal LinkedIn page. Hit that subscribe button, hit my notification bell. Go ahead and send comments even after we are offline. Come back and watch the replay. Share your comments, share your thoughts. Who's coming out of the East? Who's coming out of the West? What you think of the WNBA Draft? What you think of WNBA Free Agency? Whatever you want to comment, just comment on it. And we sure would like to hear from y'all. If you're looking for the podcast version, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pandora, wherever you listen to podcasts at, just type in Shooting Lights Out. We should pop right on up. And we want to thank Fanatics, Liz, and Paramount Plus for sponsoring us. We are working on some more sponsors, so be on the lookout for that as well. And for Cole Johnson, I am the Playmaker signing off. Y'all enjoy y'all week. Enjoy postseason basketball. Enjoy the WNBA draft. And we'll see you next week to talk more hoops here on Shooting Lights Out.
Love you, Wise.
On the Playmakers Network.
You've done good. You've done great. But you can't stop here. You can't stop now. You gotta keep going. Through all your trials and your tribulations, you gotta keep pushing. Now, finish your canvas.
Yeah, gotta get it out the mud, that's the only way to win.